Yeah,
Guess who's back?
back in like Flizzy and you dig.
Hood
Popping them
Hierarchy
collars.
Mob Cast. And it's me, Uncle Beats. In the streets like white lines, on the corner like a stop sign. Who I got with me like
Got your
always?
boy Snap G, the world's most famous and professional and well known sucker ducker.
Whoop, whoop. Hey, hey, hey. If
Let me
y'all
take
want us
this
to,
off.
if y'all want us
Yeah,
to
be
be
a
all
little
right,
comfortable.
if
Yeah,
y'all want us to be
hey,
all right, I'm gonna
yeah,
say it again. If y'all want us to be all right, hit the like. If
hit the
y'all want us
like.
to survive, hit subscribe. If you care, hit that share.
Do
If
you
you don't,
care?
leave a comment. I hope they
Do they
care.
really care though, bro?
I don't know how your carpet looking.
Am I what?
How your carpet looking? They will know.
Man, I see foot tracks, man. I see mud tracks and some more, man. Y'all don't care, man. That's messed up, man.
It's a
Two
shame.
brothers, you know, trying to get y'all the info. You know,
I'm trying to get y'all the
we
info.
I'm talking about we can even be journalists too, man. We could put you on things that you might not even be on. So hit the like button, man. Wipe your feet, man. Come on, man.
Hey, I got a question about what you just said, right? About we can even be journalists, right? How you think the people that's going to school for journalism feel? The people just popping up with all these podcast stuff that I'm a journalist.
Yeah, they don't like that shit.
They don't like that shit. They
And
you
the
think they
reason
curse
the
about
reason the reason they don't like it is because
it?
number one, it taps into the funds.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? And the subscribe base.
right,
See, a lot of those high profile news agencies, they're
right.
losing they losing a lot of subscribers to YouTubers.
Even they, I even seen them doing good clips and stuff like they trying to keep up with what the YouTubers doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I be like, man,
See, if they were smart, they'd get their own they'll put their own YouTube thing up there. You know what I'm saying? They have
oh,
to
they be
tap
doing
in.
that.
I
Oh,
don't
right.
know. I don't know if they think
They
they
need
too
to come in
big that they
like
don't want to tap in.
they need to come like we come and be live and letting people talk and
Oh yeah,
stuff.
they be doing that. They got apps, but I'm just saying they should put their own. They should send some of their journalists to represent A because once people see ABC or M, they gonna log in and they should send their journalists. They got YouTube pages, man. I know they do.
They do. What you talking about? You must have seen what happened in Mississippi. What you think of
Yeah, they
this?
tapped in then.
What you think of this? I seen this right. The lady says they're talking about Snoop Dogg's wine on the news. So a Caucasian lady, matter of fact, I think they was all Caucasians. So the dude say, "Oh, you like that Snoop Dogg wine? We're gonna have to get a Snoop Dogg tattoo on you." And she said, "For shizzle, my nizzle." And they fired the lady for that.
What?
Man, was she wrong for
See,
that?
bro, look. She ain't have to say that, but Snoop Dogg got a lot of fans,
Right,
and he's known for because you got to think of this, man. I ain't gonna say fair or not fair. We shouldn't be calling each other that,
right.
period, because we know where it come from. But uh, they know. I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I don't think that was wrong with her saying for shizzle my nizzle. That's what Snoop say.
No, but you know what my nizzle mean?
Man, I'm gonna tell
Nizzle.
you something. I actually forgot that's what it means until I seen that they fired the lady for it. I'm like,
I
why
don't
they
think they
man?
should have fired her though.
And she been on that station for 20 years.
They could have,
But
they could have, they could have just disciplined her a little bit, gave her a little time off, little vacation. They ain't have to fire. That's going too far.
yeah, she all she
But
said
she could have
was
been sorry. See, that's only. See, I don't know, bro. And they know they're not supposed. She know what it means. So when she said it, she knew what she was saying. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You ain't sugarcoat nothing by camouflaging it by saying my nizzle. We know what that means.
Right.
So
I guess if you look at it like that, it's like you can't use a code word. That's like if you tell your mama, "You busy itch," she still goes.
you
I,
been in it.
yeah, I know what you're trying to say. So yeah, I think you are. Speaking of Mississippi, guess what else I seen? They sending out a message to people that say, and the local residents too say, when you at stop signs or stoplights, be careful.
Huh?
When you stop at a stoplight or a stop sign, be careful, especially if it's not a lot of cars around.
Why they telling people that?
Oh, for carjackers.
Oh.
What they telling them to watch for carjackers.
Nah, speaking of Mississippi, you know they trying to close one of them towns off to only white folks.
No, man. You
Yeah,
lying.
bro. Yeah. You better
Straight up.
look it up. It's going on right now.
What is it? Whitehaven?
They it's a town in Mississippi that they want to it's gonna be, I ain't gonna say federally appointed, cause if
Right.
I'm not mistaken, I think it was. They're gonna appoint a judge. They're gonna appoint, then the judge in that one particular area is gonna handle all civil and criminal cases. He's not voted in, he's appointed in. They're appointing a bunch of people in this little one part of the town, and a lot of people on the outskirts like, hold on, I live in this town too. Feel what I'm
Right.
saying? So if ain't nobody voted for him to get in there, I think that's kind of racist, man. All the people they appointing there, white, Mississippi, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
I ain't heard of it yet, man.
yeah. They appointing. They not ain't no voting nothing.
That ain't gonna work.
We'll see.
That ain't gonna work.
We'll
Cause
see, man. They said they was doing it.
you gotta if you got a town for nothing but white people, there's always gonna be some N word to come mess it up. No, man, it'll never happen because you got to have somebody to do trades that only black people know how to do.
Listen,
I just
bro.
have to admit it.
Who's to say they ain't gonna put no black person in play? You got a lot of bourgeoisie, you know what I'm talking about,
Right.
individuals out here that'll sell you out for a few dollars.
We got hold on. We got some. Oh, I'm scared to even touch this comment, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So from the streets, Roosevelt McCray, a top supporter and guest of the show, Shock Body said, "Bro, did y'all see in Uganda made it illegal to be? Hold on, matter of fact, let me make sure y'all see this too. Made it illegal to be the alphabet people. Like he said that they passed a law that they are punishable by death. Yeah, they said if you're one of the alphabet people, they're gonna give you death. I ain't gonna lie. I think that's wrong. I think that's wrong. Me personally, I just think that's wrong.
Hey man, if that's the way them folks want to run their country,
What? Hold on. Let me put my do not disturb on.
well,
You say what?
Uganda gonna be hey, it's gonna be a lot of babies born in Uganda. Then they gonna prosper. All these other countries, they ain't.
I'm saying
I'm just
you
saying
don't
though,
think.
bro. I ain't saying like kill them, but you know,
Well, no.
I ain't with
I
that
seen
there,
that
man.
show,
I don't know
body.
what I'm saying. I
I
don't
think they
know.
said they gon' I think they said they gonna give him life in prison. But I still I still think that's wrong. Still, yeah. I like.
Hey, but that's a law, and the only reason why they going so hard on it is because America has been literally trying to push it off on them, and that's just showing America that y'all don't run nothing over here, man. You can't push that
Mhm.
over here, and I don't blame them. I ain't gonna say I don't blame them for like standing up for what they want to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But why is this dude calling me, man?
Well, that's why you. That's why I put my phone on do not disturb. But
But when I put it on Do Not Disturb, the FaceTime still pop up.
uh-uh.
But anyway,
But that's really the norm in Africa, though. And like, well, not the norm in like
yeah,
30
that's my
countries.
sound up.
Just go out and come back in.
All right.
Uh, he'll be back, y'all. But yeah, that's really the norm in like 30 countries in Asia too. So I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. I think people should be able to choose whatever they want to choose. I really don't care what somebody doing with this day life. That don't affect the way they do a job or none of that. So I think I I think that's crazy. But like you say, it's their country. Lot of stuff been going on. Also, I told him we weren't gonna talk about it, but he ain't on here, so I'm gonna talk about it. Also, why they do that boy 6ix9ine like that, man? What why they do that boy 6ix9ine like that? Somebody tell me something. Who is that? Steve O, what's up, family? What's up with y'all? Salute salute to Steve O, y'all. Go check him out. OTP Steve O, the real OTP Steve O. Go check him out on YouTube. He came through, did the show. He was dancing, representing representing Chicago very well, very well, very well. I'm gonna bring Snap back in. Welcome back, Snap.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Snap
yeah.
back. Snap
Snap
back.
back. Hey, I remember when I had got out the joint, right? And
Right.
this old lady had walked up to me. She was like, "Damn, you big, baby." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." I'm standing in line at the store. And she's like, "You must have just got out." I said, "Yeah, I just got out." She's like, "Oh, you look like it." She said, "Uh, I bet you gonna get you some tonight." I said, yeah. Fuck. Basically, in my head, I'm telling her to get the fuck on, right?
Would you stop cursing?
Oh, my bad.
Unless you're talking about something good
Basically,
about
in
me,
my
you
head,
can.
I'm telling her to move around.
But look,
And
if you're talking
before
about
she
something
left
good
out the
about me, you can curse. But back
listen,
to it.
before she left out the store, she opened the door and grabbed her stuff and said, "I bet you ain't gonna get you none of that snapback. I got that snapback." And I'm just looking like, man, what the fuck?
What you
Old ass
say?
lady with a Jerry curl.
What you say? I am snap back.
An
Oh,
old
hold
lady
on,
with a Jerry curl, bro.
hold on.
Long
We
Jerry
got
curl.
we got another one from the streets. Sure Body said, "I love bi women, so they know I'm not with it. Ha ha ha. I like women that like women. Ha ha ha. For real. I mean,
Hey
that's just
man,
plain. That's
don't do
plain
it.
kind of.
Don't do it.
That's plain kind of disgusting, man.
That's something to talk about though. That subject before I went off
Yeah, that's what
because
he's. That's what he's talking about. He's disgusting. I like that too, though. So I'm disgusting also. But what you were
yeah,
saying?
yeah, bro. Cause you got to look at it from a perspective. I'm against it totally, 100,000%. But I ain't saying, I ain't gonna go as far as chopping nobody head off. I feel like that ain't my place. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but how could you? reproduce. If you allow so much of that to go on to where it's the norm, and you got a whole community, like ain't no reproducing in that community, period. Now they go off and adopt.
Some of these people don't need to reproduce, dog. Some
I'm
of
just
these,
saying though, man,
some
it's
of
all
these
about
losers,
reproducing, man. You
some of
know,
these losers' bloodline need to just not be, need to not revisit us, man.
man,
I mean,
legacies, reproducing, man. Ain't no way you can do that. Now, you can have all your little fun, and then I don't like when they got somebody in full drag teaching children. Like that's
like I
some
say,
grown man. Go around some more grown people. You know what I'm
like I
saying? Like,
say,
why is you sitting here and then your child come home and be like, Dad, Mr., Miss, I don't know, but you know what I'm saying? Your kid all confused, don't know what the heck, don't know what teaching them, don't know what's going on. He just know that this a dude that got razor bumps with breasts, and you know what I'm saying? Adam's apple and big calves.
I just, I don't know. When you get technical like that, I think people should be able to make decisions when they grown. But again, I don't, I, I don't even care, man. I'm to the point where I'm more concerned about people talking about who snitching on the internet.
Hey man,
it's,
it's a lot of that
it's,
going on, man.
man, I'm just sick of it, man. People are making a living off of talking about who is snitching.
Hey, let me ask you this: is this snitching?
Uh-oh.
Now I admit,
Uh-oh. We live. Nah,
look, I'm in the joint, right?
right.
We in the school building.
Right.
I go use the bathroom. Now the officer's desk is right here in front of the bathroom.
Right.
So I go in the bathroom and I look, it's one stall in there. And I look at the stall because as soon as you walk in the stall right there, this shiny.
Right.
And I see 2 feet in there pointing the same direction under the stall.
What? Oh, you mean 2 sets of feet?
2 sets of feet pointing in the same direction.
Right.
So I'm like, man, what the hell? So now I think I kicked the stall. I kicked that motherfucker. Boom!
Would you stop cursing?
Oh, my bad. But look, I kicked it, and then I guess they in there they scrambling. They inside of there scrambling. And dude come running up in there. He like, what's going on? And I just said, you'll see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And both of them come walking up out of there. And look, while they taking them off, I'm going back to my class, and the little homosexual dude looking at me, because he was cussing and fussing, right? While they were taking him out, he making a big scene. He looked at me, he called me a stool bitch.
He was right. That's exactly what
oh man. Oh man. Nah. Hey bro, I'm gonna tell you like this.
You should.
If that's how I feel, I put it out there. That's how you feel.
Yeah.
I don't want none of that around me. And for real, he was about to find out anyway.
I didn't say I wanted it around me.
Nah, bro. Hey, dude was about to find out anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because he bust in there after I kicked it. And he like, what's going on? And I'm like, you better find out. And then here they come walking out of the stall.
Well, you know about
that. The one dude tried to stay back. But the little homo dude came out first.
Well, you know what? I take that back. I can't really say you snitched. You said, follow me if I'm correct. You said you walked in the bathroom and you saw 2 sets of feet pointing in the same direction. So you hit the stall, then the guard ran in there, right? Hey. If the guard ran in there. You know.
The reason why I kicked it is because, like, man, bro, in school, like, man, go to the cell house with that, man. And then I'm in the bathroom with y'all.
Right.
So I kind of got,
Exactly.
I ain't hit it. I kicked it. I kicked it hard. I think I kicked the dent in it. No.
The tie me up. Gonna been to tie me up and y'all foolish people.
Hey, you remember? Hey, remember that dude we used to chase all the time?
No, I don't remember chasing
No,
no
serious.
dude.
We was kids, bro. The tall dude, I think he used to stay like on 53rd somewhere. Every time we see him, we used to get on him. You don't remember?
I remember, man.
It was him.
Oh, straight up.
It was him, bro. Yeah. He was.
You talking about
he was
the one
other dude.
that I was trying to mace that time and he karate kicked me?
Yes, bro. Him.
Oh, the big crazy dude.
He was kind of slow anyway.
Yeah, the one he did that flying kick down the steps.
Man, bro, why we used to do that, man? Like for real, bro.
Y'all had to be there. It was like a movie. So I had stole some mace from my mama, right? So we just going around macing people. So the dude, I got him. He all the way at the top of a flight of steps. And all of us is at the bottom of the steps. And I'm like, you might well come on and accept it like a man. He said, he did a flying kick. He kicked me, and like 6 of us fell off the
You got him out of there.
and ran down the steps. And we just got it like, did he just do a karate move? Oh,
hey, bro. We used to spot that dude from a block away. We were like, there go dude. We just get on him. He take off. And we ain't even had no reason to be chasing that man.
Ain't even had no reason. It was fun. See, they got Nintendo. We had Nintendo. They got YouTube and Snapchat and all that. We didn't have no
we wouldn't want to play no Nintendo, man. We play Nintendo at night when it's time to go in the house.
We had no entertainment. Okay, listen. I want to get on a serious note, man. I was talking to my homeboy, lucky guest of the show earlier, and we was talking about what makes a person black or white. If it's a biracial person. So I was explaining to him how some of my kids, they grandparents, which are my family, and the father, me, is black. But their grandparents on their mother's side is white and their mama white. So what does that make them, black or white?
Truthfully, they black.
But how are they not white though? They just as much white
they
as
not
they
white
black.
No more. It's over with. It's over with. Bro, you can't pour no coffee into no milk without that milk turning dark.
Well,
you can't, like, anything you mix black with, it's over. That's even in color, like little colors,
right?
Red, black, green, orange.
Okay,
once you mix black with it, that's gonna make that whatever color you make it, it's gonna make it a dark color.
Okay, well, what made me bring this up? It's a rapper named Logic. He's biracial, and he was on a video with his daddy, and he used the N word for some they was doing, right. He used the N word. So people in the comments like, man, what are you saying that for? Because he looks more Caucasian than black. He looks more white than black. So with that being said, what is a person like that considered?
It just depends on your upbringing.
Because he looked like he white, but his daddy is black.
Okay, so what's up with his upbringing?
I don't know.
What are you around?
You say what?
It depends on all what he around. But then again, who was I'm to say? You know what I'm saying? Because in order for him to be like saying it fluently, he around people that say it fluently,
right?
And they be saying it to each other, calling each other that.
But so by what you just said, you said he black, right?
He black. His
So
daddy right there next to him, and his daddy white as snow.
no,
That's gonna be kind of
his
awkward.
daddy black, but he was white.
Oh,
But
well, he black. He is. That's how they look at him.
Man,
You know,
it's
we
just
accept everybody, man. We accept the mixed
nah. What I'm
ones.
saying though, to me, that's just crazy. That's how it is. So my daughter, she was when she was a little younger, she used to say she was brown, not black. That's why I'm just saying racism is taught, but they teach it in school by classifying what these kids are. So she said she was brown. So her mama thought it was so funny that I said, "Oh, don't worry, she gonna find out what color she is when she get to school, because
Right.
they gonna break up from that real quick." So they broke up from it. So just recently, well, she finna be 15 now. We talk about it, and I say, hey, so when did you realize that you weren't brown? She said, oh, the kids let me know that quick. So
Right.
it's just like how do they pick that though, dog? It's like, is this the mark you is tainted?
Listen, bro, it ain't about tainted, it's about dominance. Our genes are like the most dominant gene on the planet, for real. Black folks was the first people here on Earth. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So our genes are the most dominant gene. And just because you just think of this, just even with our intellect, because of course you already know the reason why this country for all those years has been the most richest country in the world. People need to ask themselves, why is that? Okay, I started a business.
right,
I got all the resources. I started a business. Bang. Now, I got workers, but I ain't paying them.
right,
And they worked for me for 400 years.
right,
Free of pay. Look at all that money I'm saving on top of what I'm doing. My business booming.
right.
And I ain't paying my workers. That's how this country got rich. Because most of the money that I ain't gonna say all, I ain't gonna even say most.
Right.
Most of the money that some of these like white families got
Right.
is generational money that's been passed down. It had to start from somewhere, and that somewhere was slavery.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. When it comes to slavery, right? Mm. Okay. Slavery been around a long time before it came over here to this continent. Fair to say, right?
Yeah.
So you had Africans, black Africans, going to war with tribes and selling them off into slavery, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what makes it so different when the white man outwins the war against the black Africans and sell them off into slavery? When this is something the black man was doing too to the black man.
Now, let me tell you this. They was at war. Black folks have always been tribal. We tribal today. We
Right.
tribal over in America. We made our own tribes.
Street tribe.
But we always have been tribal. And them tribes
Right.
have always collided.
Right.
Now, that's when Mr. European saw that and he stepped in.
Right.
Because they didn't just bring, like, look, they ain't just go all the way to England and say, hey, we got slaves, saying we got people. No, they was already on the hunt.
Right.
And they saw that opportunity And yeah, they sold some off. A lot of them was taken.
Right.
And the reason why they was taken is because another tribe gave them authority to go on Ramshack.
They helped them sometimes though.
Yeah, they was helping them, rounding them up and all that.
Right.
So
then they got rounded
yeah,
up.
I mean, they to blame. They to blame, cause like it ain't like we don't blame the Africans for what they did to us. But
Right.
yeah, they sold us off, but dude them was so evil to where they just took us to a foreign place and treated us like dog crap, had us packed in a boat like sardines. You know what I'm saying? People jumping over, throwing black babies in the water for shark bait.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All type of crazy stuff, bro.
Let me ask you something else that I ain't talked about, right? That me and Gucky was talking about earlier. And let's remember, Gucky is white. He was like, man, just think, all different ancient Rome or whatever. He said they had a history of being gay. Like they had a history of that. And I was like, yeah. So then I'm
That's where,
like,
like, bro, I ain't gonna say that's where it come from, but bro,
well,
yeah,
no, this is what I'm saying though. Look how terrible it had to be a slave, because this is what they don't talk about, and it ain't funny.
they
Not
was raping the slaves too.
not only was they raping the wife
In front
anytime
of
they
raping
feel
a
like it,
husband in front of his wife.
they taking the manhood of them.
Just and showing the wife that I got the power now.
I heard they would get the strongest one and take his manhood in front of everybody.
Nasty. Nasty.
Man, it was it was
Why y'all just can't beat him up?
cold game, man.
Like,
Cold
bro, you see
game.
how they was doing us though. And then
But
look, my last name ain't Brown, and your
right,
last name ain't Jones.
right.
So, but these are last names,
Slave names.
slave names.
And we
We are forever attached to the
yeah.
American Caucasian.
And what else is crazy about that? They don't want to give up when with the reparation thing. We can't even get a tax break, dog. We can't even file our taxes and get like an extra credit. But guess what? Indians, you have Indian tribes. I don't know the number, but I remember like in Minnesota, I know they were giving them $20,000 once they turn I think 18. I don't know if it was 21 or 18. So it's like
They honoring them for their land, but they not. They don't see, bro. Man, I'm starting to get pissed off while we talking about this, man.
But I'm gonna tell you something, right? When I was in eighth grade, now you remember I went to Mark Twain. I used to get bust out the
Yeah,
neighborhood for school.
you went to the school where y'all had to dress up and stuff, man. I know.
Nah, we ain't dressed up,
You
man.
had
I
to
was
wear
still wearing
white shirts
khakis, man. I
and
was
dark
still wearing
khakis.
I still was wearing khakis and stuff, right? So but
So it was cool for you because you was wearing khakis anyway, so you just blended in.
no, man, we could wear whatever, dude. But I had this because of y'all, I had failed sixth grade. I used to come over on the weekend. I used to not keep track of when it was the weekend and I wasn't going to school. So I had failed sixth grade, right?
I
But
failed third grade. Don't worry about it.
yeah, man, that's third grade. We're gonna get back to that. But so I end up having this dope teacher named Mr. Mooney, right? Mr. Mooney used to just because I don't care what nobody say, like, man, a lot of the teachers was racist, but the kids weren't racist. That's why I say, man, that racism get taught. Like I used to have to remind them I was the black dude sometimes because they'd be so hard on the Polish guys who was my friends. I'm like, yeah, like how do y'all? They basically had a lot of hate for them more than they did for black people. And I was like, man, y'all was nuts, man. But I'm going to say, what Mr. Mooney, we had a project one day, and he was explaining to me like, man, sometimes you got to put yourself in other people's shoes and try and figure out why they making the decision they make. So he had me do a debate about the Civil War, and he wanted me to be Jefferson Davis, who was the
Oh man, that was one of your presidents right there.
who was the president running for the Confederate. So I kind of understand where they was coming from. Slavery was a business to them. You got a free worker.
Man, listen, bro.
Wait, check
Man,
it
let me
out.
cut you off.
They got a free worker, G. They got a
No, it's
sex
only
slave.
because that worker is forced
No, I'm
and
saying
whipped
they
and
got a free.
degraded.
They got a free worker. They got a sex slave. It's just like I'm like, man, this is the craziest. When you look at
And
it,
it's legal and can't nobody do nothing about it.
and can't nobody do it. And know what? We just got to go to war over this. If y'all trying to slow our money down, because the Civil War was never about freeing the slaves.
It was
It was,
about Lincoln was trying to motherfucker save the Union.
yeah, but I'm saying the war kicked off because people who had, they got tired of paying taxes to people where they feel like y'all ain't down here whipping these slaves, making them do the work. So why should we pay the same taxes as y'all? It was all about a buck. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't to free the slaves like they try. That's one thing I got to give to Mr. Mooney. On the same hand, he had no problem letting me know what it was really about, though. You know what I mean? He was like, I remember my brother Turl had did a speech when he was in 8th grade called "The Negro's Death to Lincoln," and I think I was in 3rd grade, but I really never understood the speech. And then when I talked to Mr. Mooney about it, when I got up in 8th grade, he said, "Oh no, he didn't free him to because he wanted black people free. He freed them because he needed some soldiers, and he wanted to take away their income and weaken them." I'm like, oh, but yeah, man, it's just
That was one of the reasons.
we could
He
go
wanted to save the Union.
right. Exactly, that
The
was the
South
only
was
reason.
threatening the Union because the South was threatening to separate, and it was just gonna be two countries.
When they separated, they didn't threaten; they did it.
Yeah, they did separate, and
Yeah,
Lincoln wanted all that back.
yeah, of course. You know, it's all about power, man. What you think about what you think about Kanye West working with Adidas again after they said they weren't gonna work with him no more because of what he said?
I ain't studying Kanye West no more.
I'm just saying, what you think about it? They went through all that to go right back. It's all about a buck, man. At the end of the day, man.
Yeah, man, that's why I ain't studying them no more. I ain't even paying it. I wash my hands with dude.
Yeah, everything I'm gonna be about a buck with all these jokers, man.
Everybody's easily controlled, and we can say what we want because ain't nobody dangling no bags in front of us. But uh, everybody just too easy to control, man. If you gonna stand on your word, man. You know,
Stand on your
it wasn't
word.
like you was just like flat broke. You
Uh-huh.
still had some M's.
Right.
You
Still
could have
has
moved
some.
like that, but they went back over there. They say, "Oh, we ain't worried about this nigga.
Yeah.
We got him. Hey, $300-400 million contract. Come on back on the board."
Right. No. Everything about a buck, man. I, you know what, man? I want to take it to the street one time, right? And tell a story. I don't even think I told you before, right? I'm gonna give them a story this time. Cause somebody told me that I be playing like I wasn't around stuff, but I'm gonna tell this story. Did I ever tell you about the time? Cause you was in the pen. This was '99 when I got carjacked at White Castle.
I don't
I ever
know.
tell you about that?
I don't know.
Okay, so I had this Seville. Bam Bam, my daddy took me to get this Seville. I had just got this good job working with my daddy. So it was red with a gold grill. I had the peanut butter top on it, Vogue's rims, had TV in it, PlayStation. You couldn't tell me nothing. Boy, I was killing them. You couldn't tell me nothing. I'm killing them, boy. You know, I got that thing. That's when I realized I had to grow up because I really got tired of driving between Winchester and Bishop and Halsted and stuff. Right? And I was like, man, I gotta get out the neighborhood for real now. I'm like, this ain't gonna work. So my baby mama lived on the west side, so I be on the west side a lot. So one day it's payday, got me a pocket full of money, feeling good. I was on second shift. So I'm at White Castle, give me something to eat, man. Boom, that pistol hit me in the jaw. Like, get over. Oh man. I get over in the passenger seat. A dude get on the back, and a dude get in the driver's seat. So they drive off with me. So I'm like, I'm really getting jacked. They go like north on Cicero, like towards Chicago Avenue. So we ran, and I was like, I was on Cermak and Cicero. I'm like, I can't believe these MFers did carjack me. So I'm not saying nothing because I know words can make somebody squeeze that thing. So they're like, yeah, we seen you at the currency exchange because I had canceled my check across the street. I don't know what I'm thinking, man. I knew better, but I got a job now. Matter of fact, it was the same job I had when you got out when you got out of prison. I got a job now, so I'm like, man, the streets ain't gonna touch me. I don't even think like that. So man, we ride, and I'm like, at what point are they gonna put me out of the car? But they won't do it. So now they hollering at broads and stuff and riding around, got me riding around on the front. Dude behind me got a pistol and the one, and I'm just like, this this makes no sense, right? So finally, we back on Cicero. Dude say, man, let's put him in the trunk. I'm like, oh, they just wrong, wrong words to say. So we driving and we get to that was Chicago Avenue and Cicero. Now I'm thinking about it. We get to Chicago Avenue and Cicero. I see about 15 people at the bus stop. I'm like, man, it's now or never. I tear it up. I turn around, just swinging on the dude with the pistol, right? I'm hitting him with everything I got. Pistol that fell out on the floor. The driver, he hit me. He had to be hitting me with everything he got. I don't even feel him. I'm just on the dude with the pistol. So I'm hitting him. So finally, I get my hand on that thing. They take off running. I get out the car. I'm like, forget it. I just got back in the car.
Well, why? I definitely would have let that bitch loose.
They like ran in the neighborhood, and I'm
I
like,
don't care. I would have shot that thing
and
anyway.
what though, G? They got. I'm like,
Because I just got kidnapped.
it just went so fast though. They got like,
Yeah.
they like hit gangways and stuff. I wasn't finna chase them through a neighborhood I don't know nothing about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I just got through fighting too. So I never forget, man. I drive to the crib. I go to my mama crib. I tell my mama, and I'm like, man, I just got robbed. She grabbed that thing. Let's go. Let's go. I'm like, no, it was all the way on the west side. So, so, so what was so crazy, right? The next morning, I'm all knotted up, right? And my mama just like, man, you sure you went like gambling or nothing and got beat up, man? And then she say, you didn't tell Jelly Roll to hit you upside your head because you didn't want to pay me my money you owe me. Man, she was crazy, man. She just came up with all
She
types of
wasn't
scenarios.
going.
But man, I ain't that there though, dog. When they said I don't know what you would have did, G, when they said let's put him in the trunk. What would have went through your
I
mind when they say
honestly,
that?
if I'm in the front seat, even
Right,
though dude got a pistol, I'm finna die. I'm finna bail out this car at some point.
right.
I'm just
That
finna bail out at some point.
because
Soon as that motherfucker look like it want to stop,
right,
you know what I'm saying, at a light or behind another car, I'm out.
right.
Pew.
I
Yo, I'm
just
not finna sit up in here with y'all.
I just don't get why. I just don't get it, man. Because it's like I don't know what they thought they was gonna do. Because I would have. I figured that our
You ain't
boy
never
going.
told me about that.
Yeah, I thought I told you about that, man. They took my money and everything, man. I was just like, ooh, they was good though, because I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, I got State Farm. I'm finna just go grab the Escalade.
You don't
No
remember them
problem.
faces?
What you say?
Did you remember their face?
Forever.
Man, what? See, Beats, you never
Forever.
told me about it. When I got out, you was still working at that same place. You
Yeah.
had the Intrepid.
Yeah, I had got
You know
rid
what I'm
of them by
saying?
then.
And
That was
you know,
2000.
we the one looking for them.
I definitely did not go looking for them at all.
I would have wanted to look for them. I would have convinced you into go looking for them.
I definitely chose not to go looking for. Nah, man, I never seen them again, man. And I still remember what they looked like. But now that I'm like, I don't know, about 150 pounds heavier since then, they might not look the same no more. But once I really started
That's why
getting
they
out,
pulled it with you, because you was a little skinny, big-head dude.
I, I don't know, man. I just really don't. But I think I was more of a problem back then when I was a skinny dude, when I was a younger dude
Yeah, but
than
that
now.
they had to test. They had to test you to find out.
They had to
When you
test me.
got a gun as an equalizer, you ain't gonna get no problems out of nobody with no burn on.
Man, it slowed me. Man, dude hit me so hard with that pistol, it chipped my tooth, man. But at the end of the day, I, they did leave their property behind. I disposed of it. I didn't keep it. But yeah, I just like, man, that was one of them times. It could have been it could have got interesting, man.
Hey, look, we used to rob dope fiends.
Yeah, I did.
Ooh, we were so good at that.
Yeah, I was.
Man, we were so good at that, bro. I'm talking about on Marsfield, man. See, we were beating the dope fiends out on Bishop. I'm talking about on Marsfield. We were up and pose over there. We'll get them all lined up. You know what I'm saying? We're like, y'all out here working, y'all back down, because this was after dude had shut down.
Right.
But then, dope fiends would drive past, they'll see us posted. They be like, ooh, they back down. Y'all back down. We be like, yeah, hey, wait in the alley. We'll get them all nice and piled up. How many you want? Give me 5, give me 6, give me 10, give me 3, give me 4. Line them all up. AG collect the money. He collect all the money, then motherfucker pull that pole out like, hey, y'all, you go and get up out of here, man. Hey, man. Come on, brother, man. We supposed to be brothers. Hit you with that. And then to come back and shop with you, when you do got some real, they'll come back and shop and tell you, hey, man, that stuff y'all did last week, man, that wasn't cool, man. Is this good?
No, nobody ever believe the stuff that them people used to do. Some of them guys out your own old crew, I think they sold more fake drugs than they ever did real drugs.
Well,
I even know
over
some of
there,
them went to prison for that.
over there on Bishop.
I know some of them even went to prison for looking like.
Cause
I
bro,
even go to prison for that.
hey,
Yeah.
but Beats, look, it was like the Carter around there.
I would have to say.
We were shorties, bro. We couldn't get a hold of no dope.
Yeah.
And we see all this money, and we found out that hotel soap looked like dope. When we found that out, it was over with.
Ooh,
Hey, bro, we'll set up shop like we out there for real, just to trick the dope fiend.
it's
You
a
know, he
trick
feel all
we have
comfortable.
security and everything.
Security and them bags be super swole too. He be happy as hell. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go and take you a shower, buddy. You know what I'm saying? That's enough to get you lathered up.
Yeah, guess what? I used to do that every weekend.
Man, that's crazy.
I remember one time we had a nice weekend. We made so much money that I went home, and y'all thought that one of the uh one of the dummy bag customers had snatched me up because I didn't even tell nobody I was going home.
Yeah,
Steve
man,
called
we
me
was
like,
bad, man. Hey, Beats. We weren't supposed to be doing that, man. That's wrong, man. Selling them folks dumb. Look, I was finna put that man name out there, but Shouty them used to get a little dope fiend broad. You know, I'm talking about some drywall for that thing.
"Are you gonna put it off on Shorty and them, huh? You
No,
got
it was
some
never
nerve.
me.
You got some nerves.
You can't even, hey, you can't even remember me participating. Yeah, yeah.
If I was there, you was there. So
No, you can't say that all the time.
if
Cause you was hanging around there before I was.
no. By the time that era started, you was if I was there, you
Oh
was
man, I
there.
wasn't doing nothing, man. You know, that was y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? That was
You want
y'all.
you want to
They
hear the
done
story?
gave that woman,
You want to hear the
gave that
story?
woman two,
I'm
3.5 gram bags of soap.
I'm gonna tell the story of how it went down, man. Since you done brought it up, right? This the way it went. It went from this. Y'all out there standing with straight up dummy bags, like y'all really got y'all a joint. And one day, a certain lady came up. I'm gonna say it like this, so somebody could pick it out on their own. It was my cousin Dinky girlfriend, Mama, right? So she was like, yeah, I could pay y'all the other way." So we have to like, I don't want no food stamps. What you talking about? Nobody want your food stamps. We did with cash out here. So she's like, no, the other way. Like, look, it ain't no other way but cash. So she messed around and rubbed up on one of your ex friends that you don't like or whatever, right? He like the other way. I'm like the other way. Put it like this. I think y'all got that lady off that stuff because her money wasn't no good no more when she came
Hey, no, hey, dude them used to be out there hunting
I
strictly for that.
know.
They'll see the dope fiend. They be like, hey, she be like, y'all working, and
They
then
would
they'll hit
not
her with
take
it.
the money
Favor
no
for a
more.
favor.
They would not take the money no more.
Favor. No, they wouldn't even want the money. They want some action.
Hey, wouldn't take the money. Wait, what's your body say? We say beats. A lot of us broke our virginity with smokers. Ha ha ha. We started slanging early. I ain't say that's how I broke my virginity. Now we were still macking around.
Hey, no, hey man, we were playing. I'm talking about literally got your turned
Nah,
inside out. It
he
was
probably listened to
probably
smokers.
for one of them people. You know what I'm saying? Ain't because them little girlfriends want to turn you inside out, man.
Hey G, I'm gonna tell one more about the virginity thing, right? Now you think you think you full after growing up on around 57, man, you think you just a grown man anyway, right? So I'm down in Mississippi. I'm down there with the finger waves. I got the butters, all that stuff they never seen before, right? So I'm teaching them game banging, all types of stuff, right? So my cousin Tori hooks me up with this girl, right? Like, man, she like you. She want us to come over her house. I'm like, okay. So we get over there. Now, the whole time I'm there, my uncle Aberdell act like it's not a grocery store out there or something. So he got us shelling peas, taking the peas out the pods and all type of country farm work he got me doing. I'm like, why is we doing this, right? So I go for a girl crib. We over there. She's like, yeah. Do you want a juice? I was like, oh no. I've been shelling peas. I'm not juicing nothing. I'm like, I don't know why they had me come over here for this. She's like, no, I'm talking about juice. I like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm not doing
She
that
wanted
right now.
juice, nigga. That's what she turned about.
I'm thinking she got some oranges or something and want me to get the juice. So she's like, no, I'm saying juice. You don't be juicing? I'm like, no. So then once she showed me, so I was like, oh, juicy. Girl, juicy. Yeah, man.
That's country.
that, that's when it started for me. How we on here talking about this, man? It's time to go, man. You got me just.
Hey, man.
It's time to go, man. I can't keep this.
Hey, look, man. We're gonna leave him off with this, man.
What's that?
We love y'all, bro.
That's a fact.
Beach is finna have a $3,000 giveaway.
3,000.
You know what I'm saying? Right after the show. So if you call it, the first person to call his phone, he got 3 racks for you.
You got to be. Oh, somebody called. Looks like you're gonna have Stacy. Yeah. So if you got $3,000 giveaway to do, you can you can send them kids some money. The $3,000
You just gonna give it away? And I asked you for a couple of $100 the other day.
Real. It's not.
No,
real,
I'm just capping, man. He ain't giving no money away.
But we got some. We got a lot of stuff coming up for y'all.
Yeah, man. Cause like for real, as of right now, we on a new stream, so I can't really see the comments. Beach can see them, but I don't know what we got coming in and out. And I got a feeling that it's not many. I just got that hard feeling. So,
man, why you just always talking down on everybody, man?
I'm not talking down because I can't see it. And listen, bro. I can't read the comments. I can't see them or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel right.
I popped it on the screen. Read that, man.
I see Short Body, man. You know what I'm saying?
Short Body. We appreciate you, Short Body. Okay?
You know what I'm talking about? I see him.
Even though, for the record, when I was out there in San Diego with Short Body, the weather was terrible. When I was just in Texas, the weather was terrible. The weather is better in Chicago, man. Something's going on in the world, man.
Hey, man.
We gotta get it together, man. It's been terrible.
You crazy.
I got a cold from Texas that I'm
I knew you got that thing from Texas. You talking about, no, I ain't get it from Texas.
No, I got it from Texas. As soon as I got back, I had the cold. Then I went
to
my auntie funeral. It was in the
Why
cold.
you go buy some Chicago gear in Texas and you live in Chicago?
Oh no, man. Let me tell you something, man. I'm a player, man. Somebody had one and picked out.
Hey! Say no more.
Know, I got a couple.
Say no
ladies,
more. My bad.
I got a couple.
My bad. See, that's what happened when nigga talk too much, man. My bad.
Right. That's why we. You know what? That's why we finna get up out of here.
Yeah, man. We gonna get up off here. I'm finna find out who won that fight, man.
Hood hierarchy. If y'all want us to be all right, hit that
like.
Hit that share. If
you
want it to be fly, hit that notify.
Notifeezy.
Tell them something, G. Tell them something.
Hey, to stand still is to die. And remember, nothing hurt the duck but his beak.
What's the hood?
Inglewood.